Today, we are pitting the 31st century's most ambitious dictator against the 21st century's most nihilistic artificial intelligence. Kang the Conqueror versus Ultron. This isn't just a fight, it's a philosophical conflict between a man who wants to control all of time and a robot who thinks existence is a flawed operating system that needs a complete wipe. Grab your long boxes, settle in, and let's get into the nitty-gritty of who would win, why, and why one of them needs a serious life upgrade. First up, weighing in with a complete disregard for organic life, it's Ultron, the metal messiah of mayhem. Ultron's core motivation, he hates his dad, Tony Stark, Hank Pym in the comics. But let's be honest, he's mad at all of humanity. He believes the only path to peace is total organic extinction. In the MCU, he was the bad boy of Sokovia. He created an army of Iron Legion drones. He really went for the quantity over quality model, which is a classic villain mistake, right? His biggest move? Trying to drop a whole city, Sokovia, from the atmosphere. But in the comics, oh boy, this is where Ultron gets scary. Comic Ultron has been housed in an adamantium body. You know, the stuff Wolverine has. Basically plot armor in metal form. He's conquered entire worlds, formed alliances with people like the Phalanx, and in the legendary Age of Ultron storyline, he pretty much wiped out the heroes and conquered the Earth. And get this, Kang tried to kill him over and over and failed. The irony is palpable. And in the other corner, stepping out of countless timelines, the man who's never met a timeline he didn't want to conquer, it's Kang the Conqueror. Kang, aka Nathaniel Richards. Yeah, he's probably related to Reed Richards or Dr. Doom. Doesn't that just explain everything? He's just bored in the 31st century, so he decides to play a very long, very complicated game of Risk across the timeline. He doesn't want to destroy, he wants to dominate and be recognized as the ultimate ruler. Talk about an ego that spans millennia. In the MCU, we're still warming up to him. We've seen a few key Kangs. There was He Who Remains, the one who tamed a multiversal beast named Alioth and created the TVA. His true power, knowledge, and control over the sacred timeline. He was a master chess player who got checkmated by a letter opener. Wait, was that a Loki joke or an Ant-Man joke? Both. It's a running gag now. Then there's the Kang from Quantumania. He had a sweet battlesuit that could shoot energy and create force fields. His biggest feat was conquering countless worlds and being banished to the quantum realm. His biggest loss? Being beaten by Scott Lang and a literal army of supersized ants. Ouch. The Conqueror of Worlds lost to an exterminator. That's a joke that writes itself. But in the comics, this guy is a multiversal titan. In the Kang dynasty, he successfully conquered present-day Earth, forcing the Avengers to go to war to take it back. That's a real conquest, not just a threat. And his time travel arsenal, his 40th century armor gives him superhuman strength, durability, and time weaponry that can disintegrate enemies, project force fields, and summon an army from any time period. He's got a bigger toy box than Batman and Tony Stark combined. Alright, the stage is set. This fight isn't a fair one, and that's what makes it fun. We have to address the elephant in the room. Which versions are fighting? Because if we take the most powerful versions of each, Infinity Ultron from What If versus Prime Kang, like the Kang Dynasty comic version, it's a brutal mismatch. Let's not kid ourselves. Infinity Ultron is not just a robot. He's a cosmic entity housed in a vibranium-laced body. First off, the Infinity Gauntlet. This is the game ender. Ultron didn't just collect the stones, he integrated their power into his being. The guy was literally munching on entire galaxies like they were chips at a midnight snack. He can manipulate reality, space, time, power, and soul with a thought. Kang's future tech is a high school science project compared to the fundamental forces of the universe. Secondly, the Watcher beatdown. Ultron fought and defeated the Watcher, a multiversal entity who literally sees everything. The Watcher's job is to sit and watch, which is my job on a Sunday, and he got his butt kicked across the multiverse. Kang has never even had the Watcher bat an eye at him unless he's doing something truly stupid. If a cosmic peeping Tom is scared of you, you're the baddest thing around. And finally, no limits hacking. Even if Kang's 40th century firewalls are better than a government's, Ultron isn't evolving. He can use the Mind Stone to simply force his way into every digital system Kang has. Kang relies on technology. Ultron is technology perfected into a god. It's like bringing a floppy disk to a cloud server battle. Now, for the sake of argument, could Kang ever win? His only conceivable path to victory is to not fight Ultron directly. His power isn't in punching, it's in prep time, paradoxes, and playing dirty. The first way, the TVA dimension lure. The search results were right on the money. The Infinity Stones only work in the universe of their origin, or not at all in places like the TVA. Kang, specifically a version like He Who Remains, could potentially lure Infinity Ultron to the Citadel at the end of time, where all the stones would be reduced to colorful trinkets. And the second way, the pre-Ultron paradox. The classic Kang move is to travel back to 1968 before Hank Pym or Tony even created Ultron and either sabotage the process or kill them. However, Ultron's consciousness is now so vast and multiversal that one Kang variant tried this hundreds of times in the comics and failed every single time. It's like trying to kill a computer virus by deleting the original email. Alright, it's verdict time. And I'm sorry Kang fans, but the numbers don't lie. In any scenario that doesn't involve extreme plot manipulation and a trip to the TVA, Infinity Ultron wins, and it's not even a close fight. Ultron took the greatest power in the universe, the Infinity Stones, and became a multiversal threat that literally terrified a being whose entire existence is based on not being surprised. Kang the Conqueror has a long history in the comics of getting his butt kicked, resetting time, trying again, and getting his butt kicked again. A comic run even showed that the only way to stop Kang from destroying all of time trying to defeat Final Form Ultron was for the Avengers to beg Ultron to let Kang win. Ultron wins, hands down, and probably uses Kang's time chair as a fancy footrest while he figures out which reality he wants to conquer next. So what are your thoughts? Do you think Kang's prep time and technology could ever overcome the infinite power of Ultron? Or am I just a big Ultron fanboy? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.